In a kingdom where even the ancient stone walls whispered secrets, a young apprentice named Lou trusted far too easily. Her heart was an open book, offered to anyone who smiled. That is, until the day an angel froze time itself, just to show her the truth about the hearts around her. Lou was an apprentice at the Royal Academy of Healing Arts, a grand medieval castle where young healers trained beneath enchanted lanterns that cast a warm, eternal glow. She was gentle and hopeful, wearing a soft pastel gown that looked like springtime blooming against the cold stone halls. But since she was 11 years old, Lou had carried a secret. She saw spirits, wandering echoes of the past, and whispering shadows in the corners of her vision. She believed it was a curse, just another reason people wouldn't accept her. Because of this fear, she gave too much of herself away. She shared too many secrets, trusted too fast, and hoped her unending kindness would be enough to earn her a place. "If I'm kind enough," she would often whisper to herself as she walked the long, torchlit corridors, "maybe they'll finally accept me." Among the apprentices was Bella, a noble girl with sharp black eyes and an even sharper tongue. She wore her deep red medieval dress like a crown, a stark contrast to Lou's soft pastels. Bella envied the genuine softness that radiated from Lou, and she twisted that envy into a quiet, relentless cruelty. In the bustling halls and crowded dining rooms, Bella would lean into other students, her voice a venomous whisper. "Lou talks to ghosts," she'd say, her words dripping with scorn. "She doesn't belong here with us." To another group, she'd murmur, "She's strange, isn't she?" Probably because she's from the quiet, unimportant provinces. The students, swayed by Bella's confidence and noble standing, started to believe her. They would watch Lou with suspicious eyes, their own whispers following her like a shadow. Lou would simply lower her gaze, her bright blue eyes clouding over. "It's all right," she would tell herself, trying to believe it. "It'll pass." But her heart knew the truth. The whispers were like tiny daggers, and she was hurting. One afternoon, Lou was carefully carrying a tray of polished silver healing instruments up the grand marble staircase. The tools were essential for her next lesson, and she held them with practiced care. But Bella saw her opportunity. She stepped directly in front of Lou, her red dress swirling around her like fire. With a swift, almost invisible movement, she pushed Lou's elbow just enough. The silver tray flew from Lou's hands, arcing through the air in a spray of gleaming metal. Lou stumbled, her pastel dress flaring out as her heel slipped on the smooth edge of the step. She felt herself falling backward, a gasp caught in her throat, but then the world froze. The torches that lined the walls paused mid-flicker, their flames solid and unmoving. Specks of dust hung suspended in the afternoon sunbeams. The tray of instruments hovered in midair, a silent, silver explosion. Most strikingly, Bella's cruel smirk was frozen on her face, a permanent mask of stone. A gentle voice whispered, seemingly from the air itself, "Easy now." From behind a massive stone pillar, a figure stepped into the frozen scene. It was a full-sized angel, the same height as Lou, with a cascade of ginger curls that seemed to glow from within. Her eyes were a warm, shining green, and she wore a long white medieval gown that shimmered like captured moonlight on still water. Lou gasped, her fear forgotten and replaced with awe. "You're real." The angel smiled softly, a comforting and ancient expression. "That's what everyone says the first time." She gracefully moved to Lou's side, placing a steadying hand on her arm and guiding her to stand safely on the marble floor. All around them, time remained completely still. "You've seen spirits since you were 11, the angel said, her voice like the chime of a distant bell. "It was never a curse. It was preparing you." Lou looked at her, confused. "Preparing me for what?" "For this moment," the angel replied, her green eyes full of meaning. "It was so you could see me. So I could stop time. And save you." The angel then led Lou by the hand, walking her through the silent, frozen academy. It was like stepping through a living painting. They stopped beside Bella, who was still locked in her moment of triumph, her red dress bright and cruel even in the stillness. "Not every smile hides a good heart," the angel whispered, her voice gentle but firm. Lou's blue eyes filled with tears as she looked at Bella's frozen expression, finally understanding the depth of her malice. "You share too much of your light," the angel continued, her tone full of compassion. "And the wrong people use your kindness as a map to your soul, finding all the places where they can hurt you." Lou hugged herself, a sob catching in her throat. "I just wanted to be accepted." The angel gently lifted Lou's chin, forcing her to meet her gaze. "You don't need everyone to accept you. You only need the ones who stay when your kindness is not convenient for them." With those final words, the angel stepped back behind the stone pillar, her white gown glowing softly before she vanished, as silently as she had appeared. In an instant, time snapped back into motion. The world roared back to life. The tray of silver instruments crashed to the floor with a deafening clatter. But Lou was no longer falling. She stood firm and unharmed on the step. In the ensuing chaos, Bella, startled by the noise and Lou's sudden stability, slipped on the very same stair she had intended for Lou. She cried out, twisting her ankle in a fall that was a soft, karmic lesson, never cruel. Whispers immediately began to spread through the crowd of students, but this time, they were different. They saw what had happened. They saw Bella's intended malice and the accident that followed. They saw the truth reveal itself without Lou ever having to speak a word. From that day forward, Lou changed. It wasn't her kindness that changed, but what she chose to give away. She still wore her soft pastel gown, a symbol of her gentle nature, but now she walked with a steady, quiet grace. She spoke less, shared her heart less freely, and trusted only with wisdom. Her gift of seeing spirits no longer felt like a curse, but a shield, a way to perceive the unseen currents of the world around her. And sometimes, in the corner of her eye, she would catch a glimpse of a ginger curl or the shimmer of a white gown behind a stone pillar. She knew her green-eyed angel was still watching over her. Lou would smile, a small, knowing smile just for herself. "I matter," she would whisper, "and I will be careful with my heart." The moral of this story is that your kindness is a treasure, but you must guard your heart. Not everyone you meet deserves to see every part of your beautiful soul. Observe before you trust. Share your light wisely. And always remember, there are guardians protecting you in ways you cannot always see. If this story brought you comfort tonight, remember to protect your kindness and choose your people wisely. Like and subscribe to Midnight Athena, where every night reveals another truth.